Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking what has essentially become the ultimate holy grail promise of the beauty industry. We're talking about getting a glossy, ultra-durable, long-lasting gel manicure right at home. But here's the catch. Doing it without the expensive equipment, without that tedious curing time, and most importantly, without the UV lamp. It sounds almost too convenient, right? Well, today we are going to strip away the slick marketing, look directly at the actual chemistry, and find out what really works in 2026. Okay, let's dive into this because this is the absolute ultimate question we need to answer before we even think about looking at a single product. It's the very question that has absolutely flooded the market lately as people seek out safer, more affordable, and honestly just more convenient alternatives to salon manicures. But does this massive marketing claim of a no-light cure actually defy basic chemistry? Well, here is the hard truth right out of the gate. Categorically, no. It is a fundamental chemical impossibility for traditional gel polish to cure without UV or LED light. No amount of time, no amount of heat, and no amount of air exposure will ever cause a true gel formula to harden on its own. So that leaves us with a pretty big mystery. If true gel absolutely requires light, what exactly is inside those bottles claiming otherwise?
Section 1. The Science of Curing. Why True Gel Needs Light.
To really understand what's happening on our nails, it all comes down to this incredibly important word, photopolymerization. You see, traditional gel formulas rely heavily on photoinitiator molecules. A classic example is TPO, though a lot of modern formulations are using alternatives now. But here's the thing. These molecules are incredibly specialized. They are specifically calibrated to absorb UV or LED light energy right between 340 and 380 nanometers. Without that precise spectrum of light hitting them, literally nothing happens. Let's move to and see how this builds, because it's actually a fascinating three-step chain reaction. First, the light energy hits those photoinitiators we just talked about. That burst of energy breaks a chemical bond, which generates free radicals. And finally, those free radicals trigger the monomers and oligomers floating in the liquid to instantly link together into tight, hard, cross-linked polymer chains. Now, without light, that formula remains a viscous liquid forever, meaning the word gel printed on those no UV bottles, it's entirely aspirational marketing. It's not chemistry.
Section 2. Beyond the Bottle. What are you actually buying?
Now, what's really interesting about this is if these products on the shelves aren't true gels undergoing photopolymerization, what exactly are we buying at the drugstore in 2026? Well, there are three actual categories of no-lamp products. First up, we have gel effect polish, which is definitely the most common. It air dries exactly like regular nail polish through simple solvent evaporation, but it uses a much higher concentration of resins and polymers alongside a specialized top coat to fake that gel look. Next is photoactivated no-lamp gel. This one actually uses ambient sunlight over several hours to slowly harden. And finally, we have advanced air cure polymer polish, which completely ditches the photoinitiators and just relies on highly advanced polymers to achieve a really tough finish. Section 3. Top brands of 2026, the ultimate breakdown. So, who is actually making these products? And more importantly, which ones perform? Let's take a neutral look at the market leaders. Sally Hansen Miracle Gel remains massively popular as the best overall, giving you a solid 7 to 10 days of wear with a really fast 5 to 10 minute air dry. OPI Infinite Shine is fantastic for superior adhesion, lasting up to 14 days. Especially for oily nails, a quick pro tip is to just wipe them with alcohol right before application. Then you've got Manicurist Green Flash, which is a total standout for clean beauty. It's 84% natural and completely monomer-free, which is absolutely vital if you have acrylate sensitivities. And for a true salon-compatible option, C&D Vinylux is great because it hardens progressively, just using natural ambient light as you go about your week. Section 4. The Showdown. At home, no UV versus salon LED gel. We really have to set up the ultimate honest comparison here, the exact one that beauty marketing usually goes out of its way to avoid. And this brilliantly illustrates the reality of wear times across the board. While the best no UV options give you around 7 to 14 days, they do inevitably fall short of that 14 to 21 day benchmark set by professional LED gel. But if you look at standard polish at the low end there, no UV systems are still a massive, undeniable upgrade from your standard 3 to 7 day regular nail polish. Beyond just the wear time, let's talk about the actual experience. No UV wins massively on simplicity. It costs between 8 and 20 pounds, and it removes instantly with standard acetone. No fuss whatsoever. True Gel, on the other hand, is a real commitment. You're looking at a 50 to 150-pound initial lamp investment, incredibly precise nail prep, and that famously tedious 10 to 20-minute acetone soak-off where your fingers are wrapped up in foil. It's the whole shebang.
We also have to impartially address gloss and chip resistance. Because it relies on simple solvent evaporation, no UV products just cannot mechanically beat the hard, scratch-resistant cross-linking of a true cured gel. Because of that structural difference, true LED gel shows noticeably less tip wear at day 10 than a no UV product does at day 5. Plus, the surface of a no UV polish will naturally begin to dull from little micro scratches within that very first week. Section 5, the verdict. Who is this really for? So, the crucial point is, we really shouldn't just write these products off as quote-unquote fake gel. Doing that misses the entire point of their innovation. Instead, let's define exactly whose lifestyle they fit perfectly. Because if you fall into any of these profiles, these systems are amazing. They are perfect for complete beginners who are just learning foundational prep skills. They are an absolute dream for frequent color changers who want to swap shades every 5 to 7 days, but completely skip that nightmare soak-off. They're ideal for travelers who want zero equipment weighing down their bags. And most importantly, if you have an acrylate allergy, sensitivity concerns, or you're just resting your nails during a natural recovery period, these no UV systems aren't just some compromise. For you, they are actually the superior practical choice.
Which leaves us with one final, thought-provoking question to wrap up our explainer today. When it comes down to it, it's all about your personal priorities. Do you want that maximum 21-day performance that absolutely requires an investment in equipment and your time? Or is 10 days of hassle-free, easily removable flexibility your true holy grail? Only you can decide what belongs in your beauty routine.